The used truck market is completely broken. Everyone is chasing the same 3 badges, and sellers know it, so they inflate prices by thousands of dollars just for the privilege of owning something popular. Today, we are counting down 10 trucks that mechanics swear by, that buyers completely ignore, and that you can find on Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace right now for a fraction of what the cool ones cost. Stay until number 1 because it is arguably the most reliable truck platform ever built, but it looks so strange that almost nobody buys it. Number 10, Nissan Frontier, 2nd generation, 2011 to 2021. Kicking off our list is the truck that automotive journalists spent 15 years calling outdated, and in doing so, accidentally made it one of the best deals in the used truck market. Here is what happened. Nissan built the 2nd generation Frontier in 2005, and then they just kept building it. Same truck, same bones, same basic design, all the way through 2021. Journalists hammered it relentlessly for falling behind. Compared to the new Tacoma, compared to the Colorado, compared to pretty much everything, the Frontier looked ancient. And because of that reputation, demand stayed low, depreciation stayed deep, and the prices stayed cheap. But here is the thing nobody talks about. That outdated design is exactly what makes this truck so durable. There's no fancy direct injection to clog up, no dual-clutch transmission to replace, no turbocharged engine running at the edge of its limits. What you get is a simple, naturally aspirated 4.0-liter V6 paired to a straightforward 5-speed automatic. It is the kind of drivetrain that just runs. Now, if you are shopping one, focus on 2011 and newer. Nissan updated the transmission cooler on the 4.0 that year, addressing an issue that affected earlier models. From 2011 forward, these trucks have an exceptional reliability record. While everyone is paying a massive Tacoma premium for a truck that also has its share of issues, you can pick up a clean, well-maintained Frontier for thousands less and get comparable or better real-world reliability. Number 9, Dodge Dakota, 2nd generation, 1997 to 2004. Number 9 is the only mid-size truck of its era bold enough to stuff a genuine V8 under the hood. The Dakota occupied a very specific niche that Dodge eventually decided wasn't worth chasing anymore. When Chrysler killed the nameplate, the truck just faded from memory. Most buyers today are not even searching for it, which is exactly why the prices are so low. What made the Dakota special was its powertrain flexibility. You could get it with a 3.9-liter Magnum V6, a proven, straightforward engine with a long service history. But the real find is a Dakota with the 4.7-liter V8. That engine gave you towing numbers and hauling capacity that no other mid-size truck in that price range could touch. You are essentially getting near full-size truck capability in a package small enough to fit in a tight garage. The footprint is genuinely manageable, easier to park, easier to maneuver on a job site. But load it up or hook up a trailer, and it punches well above its weight class. For a contractor, a weekend hauler, or anyone who needs real capability without a real full-size truck payment, the Dakota at today's prices is almost impossible to argue with. Number 8, Chevrolet Colorado, GMC Canyon, 1st generation, 2004 to 2012. People absolutely hated 2 things about the 1st generation Colorado and Canyon: the hard plastic interior and the bizarre choice to offer a 5-cylinder engine. Both of those complaints tanked resale value. And both of those complaints have made this truck a serious bargain for anyone willing to look past the surface. Here is the part most buyers do not know. The inline 4 and inline 5 engines in these trucks are not some weird experiment. They are architecturally derived from Chevrolet's legendary inline 6, the same basic engine family that powered the Trailblazer and Envoy and earned a reputation for being nearly indestructible. GM essentially took that architecture and chopped it down. You get a smaller displacement, a lighter package, and a truck that sits at the very bottom of the depreciation curve. Will the interior win any awards? Absolutely not. But these trucks are workhorses, not luxury vehicles. The frames are solid, the drivetrains are proven, and parts are widely available at any auto parts store because millions of the related platforms were sold. If you buy one of these for a work truck or first vehicle and you maintain it, you will be genuinely surprised how long it goes. Number 7. Chevrolet S10 GMC Sonoma, 1994 to 2004. When people talk about the golden era of small, simple pickup trucks, 2 names completely dominate the conversation: the Toyota Tacoma and the Ford Ranger. The Chevy S10 and its twin, the GMC Sonoma, almost always get left out of the chat. And that lack of nostalgia is exactly why they are a goldmine today. Because the Ranger has a massive cult following, and the Tacoma carries a legendary Toyota tax, prices for those two trucks have skyrocketed. The S10, meanwhile, is just sitting there on Facebook Marketplace for thousands less. The secret to buying an S10 or Sonoma is to specifically look for the 4.3-liter Vortec V6 engine. That engine is not a delicate modern power plant. It is essentially Chevrolet's legendary 350 small block V8 with 2 cylinders chopped off. Is a cast iron anvil of an engine. Yes, it might leak a little oil, the interior plastics will absolutely rattle, and the clear coat is probably peeling, but that drivetrain will simply refuse to quit. Because millions of these were built, parts are incredibly cheap, and any mechanic can fix them blindfolded. If you need a simple, easy-to-fix beater truck for runs to the dump, hauling yard waste, or just doing actual truck things without worrying about scratching the paint, the S10 is the ultimate forgotten workhorse. You get all the utility of a 90s compact truck for a fraction of what a comparable Ranger or Tacoma would cost. Number 6. Nissan Titan, first generation, 2004 to 2015. Everyone who wants Japanese reliability in a full-size truck immediately gravitates toward the Tundra. Nobody remembers the Titan. That oversight is your gain. The first-gen Titan came with a 5.6-liter endurance V8, and that engine is an absolute tank. Nissan built it to compete directly with the Chevy 5.3 and the Ford 5.4, and in pure powertrain terms, it held its own. Towing capacity was legitimate full-size territory. We're talking over 9,000 pounds properly equipped. This is not a mid-size truck pretending. This is a full-size truck with a full-size V8 that just happens to be wearing a badge most buyers scroll past. Yes, the interior is cheap. Yes, the fit and finish is below what you would get from a comparable Toyota of the same era. But the drivetrain reliability record on these trucks is excellent, and because nobody is searching specifically for a used Titan, the prices reflect that. You are getting the capability of a Tundra competitor for significantly less money, just because the marketing never landed the same way. That is a trade most practical truck buyers should be willing to make. We are entering the top 5. Before we get there, I genuinely want to know which of these trucks would actually end up in your driveway. Drop it in the comments. Now let's keep going. Number 5. Ford F-150 with the 4.6-liter V8, 1997 to 2010. The 11th generation F-150 has a notorious reputation, and that reputation is completely deserved for one specific version of it. The 5.4-liter Triton V8 is one of the most problem-plagued engines Ford put in a popular truck. Cam phaser failures, spark plug ejection, timing chain issues, the list is long, and the repair bills are longer. Because of that engine's reputation, the entire generation of F-150 carries a stigma in the used market, and prices dropped across the board. Here is what that means for you. There is another engine in this exact truck that most buyers completely overlook, the 4.6-liter V8. Same cab, same frame, same truck, different engine, and a completely different ownership experience. Ford used that 4.6 in Crown Victoria police cruisers, and those cars are famous for running hundreds of thousands of miles with basic maintenance. The engine is simple, robust, and well understood by every mechanic on the planet. When you are shopping an F-150 from this generation, check the fender badge. Find the 4.6, and you are getting a truck the market is underpricing because of its cousin's reputation. That is exactly the kind of inefficiency worth exploiting. Number 4. Toyota T100, 1993 to 1998. You know the Tacoma. You know the Tundra. But between those two, Toyota built a truck that most people have completely forgotten about, and it deserves a much better reputation than it has. The T100 was Toyota's attempt at a larger mid-sized truck in the early 1990s, and it was awkward. Too big to be a compact, too small to compete with the full-size American trucks. American buyers did not fully embrace it. Toyota replaced it with the Tundra, and the T100 just disappeared from a cultural conversation. What did not disappear is the drivetrain. The best spec T100 came with the 3.4-liter 5VZ FEV6, one of the most well-regarded truck engines Toyota ever produced. It is the same engine that powered early Tacomas and 4Runners. It has an exceptional reliability record, and the trucks themselves are built to the same standard as everything else Toyota made in that era. Size-wise, the T100 hits a Goldilocks zone that is genuinely useful. More bed space and more cab room than a Tacoma, but shorter and more manageable than a modern full-size Tundra. For someone who wants Toyota reliability without paying the modern Tacoma premium, and who does not need a full-size truck, a well-maintained T100 is one of the most undervalued vehicles you can find. Number 3. Honda Ridgeline, first generation, 2006 to 2014. Truck traditionalists have been mocking this one since the day it launched. Consumer Reports has been praising it for just as long. I am going to make the case that for the majority of actual truck buyers, Consumer Reports is right. The Ridgeline is a unibody truck. It uses a transverse-mounted V6 instead of a longitudinal engine. It does not have a traditional body-on-frame construction. Truck purists hear those words and immediately check out. That reaction has kept prices low on these trucks for years, and it is worth questioning whether the criticism is actually valid for how most people use trucks. Think about what the average truck buyer actually does. They commute. They occasionally haul something. They go to Home Depot a few times a year. They might tow a small trailer or a boat. For all of that, the Ridgeline is genuinely the superior vehicle. It rides better. It handles better. It gets better fuel economy. And it comes with something no other truck in this segment offered, a lockable, weatherproof in-bed trunk built into the floor of the bed. That feature alone has saved a lot of tool bags and camping gear from getting soaked. The reliability record on these trucks is exceptional. Getting to 250,000 miles on a well-maintained first-gen Ridgeline is not unusual. It is expected. If you actually audit what you use a truck for, and you are honest about it, the Ridgeline deserves to be near the top of your list, not the bottom. Number 2. Mazda B-Series, 1998 to 2009. The Ford Ranger has become genuinely legendary in the used truck market. Everyone knows it, everyone wants it, and the prices reflect that. You will pay a real premium for a clean Ranger today just because the name carries weight. But there is a truck sitting on lots and driveways all across the country that is mechanically identical to the Ranger in almost every way that matters, and it sells for thousands less because buyers are specifically searching Ford Ranger and not Mazda B-Series. Underneath the Mazda body panels, you have the same frame, the same suspension architecture, and access to the same Vulcan V6, a straightforward, proven engine that has powered both trucks for years. Parts availability is the same because the components cross-reference directly. Your mechanic knows this truck. The only reason the B-Series sits longer and sells cheaper is badge recognition. Buyers hunting for Rangers do not type Mazda into the search bar. That creates an opportunity. If you find a clean B-Series at the right price, you're getting a Ranger in disguise and paying a discount for the privilege. Number 1. Chevrolet Avalanche, first generation, 2002 to 2006. And here it is. Plastic body cladding, SUV truck identity crisis, completely rejected by traditionalists. And the best platform Chevy ever built. The Avalanche sits on the GMT 800 architecture, same bones as the Silverado 1500 and the Suburban. Under the hood is the pre-AFM 5.3-liter V8, meaning no active fuel management, no cylinder deactivation, none of the oil consumption problems that plague later versions of this engine. It is a clean, proven small block that regularly runs past 200,000 miles. The drivetrain is not in question. The price is low because the truck looks weird and traditionalists never forgave it for not looking like a real pickup. But here is what those traditionalists missed. The midgate. The wall between the cab and the bed folds down, turning a 5.5-foot bed into a fully enclosed 8-foot cargo space. No other truck in this price range does that. It rides like a Suburban, hauls like a half-ton, and sells cheap because the styling made people uncomfortable. That is the whole buy. None of these trucks require a 72-month loan or a cool tax premium. Reliable capability exists all over the used market. You just have to know where to look. If one of these trucks just went on your search list, hit like. And if you want to know which popular used trucks will drain your bank account, that video is on screen right now.